Border officials say they will soon be using DNA testing to verify claims made by families trying to cross the southern border. 10 News reporter Matt Boone is joining us now live in San Ysidro with what we know about this new policy so far. Matt?
Kimberly, the full policy has not yet been released, so we don't know the exact circumstances in which this testing would be used. We do know that they plan on rolling this out at 2 yet-to-be-named sites along the border, but given the nature of this, immigration attorneys say they already have concerns. The pilot program could begin as early as next week. Department of Homeland Security officials told reporters if they suspect a family has fraudulently presented themselves, they could ask them to take a rapid DNA test. It comes in response to what DHS says has been a surge in migrants pretending to be families. Just since April 18th, federal authorities say they've interviewed 101 families who they thought were suspicious. Of those, they found evidence that 29 were fraudulent. But using DNA to determine familial ties concerns immigration lawyer Dulce Garcia.
We know that families, it's a network. Sometimes it's not just a matter of DNA and biological makeup that makes a family.
She acknowledges many migrants don't arrive with much documentation, but argues the price for access should not be biological information.
The term voluntary really seems to be used freely here because if the choice is you can submit to this test or not have a claim at all, I don't think that's very voluntary.
In a statement from the ACLU, they told 10 News DNA testing by the government, quote, raises significant issues of privacy and bodily intrusion. DHS says after the tests are done, the DNA will be destroyed and the data will not be stored. But Garcia warns the policy could have another unintended consequence, scaring families to cross illegally instead of through ports of entry.
It pushes people who have viable asylum claims to do it, to come into the country in other ways because they're desperate.
And DHS says they plan to only use the pilot program for about 2 to 3 days as they collect data on whether or not this is actually useful for them. If the program is expanded, however, Dulce Garcia says she expects legal action may be filed against the Trump administration. Reporting live tonight, San Ysidro, Matt Boone, 10 News.